So I think this is going to be an unpopular opinion, and I'm probably going to be roundly mocked for expressing it, but I'm going to express it anyway, and hopefully get a conversation started, and we'll see what people think. I want to talk about Elate, and I dug into her past performances today because after her loss in the personal ensign, Bill Mott was quoted as saying that he might point Elate for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Not a crazy move. She has 2 wins at a mile and a quarter. We know she can handle the distance. She's a multiple Grade One winner. I guess it's easy to understand why he might consider the Breeders' Cup Classic, but I want to look a little bit more closely at her past performances and kind of look at what she's done and what she hasn't done throughout her 12 race career. We had the maiden win that put her on everybody's radar, and those first 4 losses there, starting with the Suncoast and ending with the allowance race at Churchill Downs. A review of the replays tells you really can't hold them against her. She had trouble, in 3 of them, caught the sloppy track in the Churchill race, comes back in the Delaware race, the lighthearted wins by 5.5 lengths. She wasn't favored that day. And then she hooks Abel Tasman for the first time in the Coaching Club American Oaks. Last year, she runs a really good race in defeat, finishes second, and that set her up for the back-to-back Grade 1 wins in the Alabama and the Belding, where she beat the likes of It Tis Well, Asking for Money, Salty, Money's on Charlotte. Not exactly world beaters, honest enough fillies, but she didn't really beat a superstar there. That set her up for the favorite status in the Breeders' Cup Distaff, where she lost. You could say she didn't run badly. Then she finished fourth, not badly at all, and was maybe up a little bit closer to a pace that if it wasn't fast, may have been favored those who kind of came from a little bit out of it. Has the long layoff runs in the Delaware Handicap where she romps at 3-5 and then loses the personal ensign. Maybe she would have gone by Abel Tasman without the bumping. Maybe she wouldn't have. Who knows? We'll never know. Gets the 105 buyer. So here's my tepid take on this. I'm thinking maybe she's just overrated. You can almost as easily argue that she's a hard luck filly, and with a little better luck here and there, she would have won, a number of Grade 1s in a row. And I'd be hesitant to argue with someone who says that, but they're thinking about the Classic with her, where she would definitely face some big guns. Let's look at the distaff if they pointed her there. She's never beaten an elite filly. She's 0-3 against Abel Tasman. Yeah, she was within a neck and a head in 2 of those 3 defeats, but she's never gone past her. How is she going to stack up against Monomoy Girl, Wonder Gadot, Abel Tasman again, and some of the others that she would face, and the distaff, and then they're considering the Classic with her, where she'd have to beat, Catholic Boy and Accelerate and Diversify and West Coast if he comes back and gets up to speed quickly enough, and a host of others that would tackle her in the Classic. My initial reaction to this is running her in the Classic. I don't think it would be a great decision. I think the distaff would be difficult enough for her, given how she's performed in her career. And it's possible I'm just completely wrong about all of this. And with a little better luck, or the avoidance of bad luck in some of these races, we'd be looking at a horse with 4 or 5 Grade 1 wins. I want to hear what people think about this because I have spent some time thinking about it, and reviewing her past performances today kind of reaffirmed what I had sort of been feeling about her for a while, which is that she's not at the elite level for being a multiple Grade 1 winner. I want to hear what people think.